Davido, P-Square, Wizkid. Most of the weirdest individuals in Nigeria include Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Alakija, Otedola, Adenuga, Dangote, and many others. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Lagos Real Estate Insider Podcast, where we bring you the best tips and strategies for making money and making a wise investment, investing in the Lagos real estate market. I am your host, Idris Ndagba, and today we are going to be talking about three most talked about locations in the Lagos real estate market, and those locations are Ikoyi, Eko Atlantic, and Lekki. So whether you are an experienced investor or you are just dipping your toe into the water of real estate in Lagos, those areas offer the most exciting opportunity in the Lagos real estate market. But like every investment, they have their ups and downs. That's why today I'm going to be diving into the good, the bad, and ugly of investing in those iconic locations. So let's start with the first one, which is Ikoyi. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Lagos real estate market, or there's no way we talk about Lagos real estate without talking about Ikoyi. And whether you live in Lagos or not, you may have been hearing about Ikoyi. And when you think about Ikoyi, you think about something, to be precise, wealth, or top 1%. And that's exactly what it is. Ikoyi is home to most of the weirdest individuals in Nigeria, including government officials, expatriates, high net worth individuals and celebrities, and even iconic businessmen. And some of them include Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Alakija, Otedola, Adenuga, Dangote, and many others. We also have high net worth celebrities like Davido, P-Square, Wizkid, and many more. And it's also home to many expatriate company workers working in major oil companies like Shell, Chevron, and ExxonMobil, including many foreigners. So that's what makes the location a prime location in Lagos. Now, before we go further, I want to share a quick story. Back in 2022, around February, March, April, a client inspected one of our properties in Mojisola Onikoyi Estate in Ikoyi. The property is a 6-bedroom duplex with 2 BQ, swimming pool, and everything is completed in the apartment. Now, after inspecting it, unfortunately, he didn't buy the apartment. A year later, he gave me another brief of exactly what he wants. Now, I was going around the same estate in Ikoyi, around the same neighborhood, to find what I can get to the market and what I can get for him as well. And fortunately, some months after we inspected the property, the one that he inspected that he didn't buy, the property was bought by another client, not through me. The developer informed him about it. So while I was going around the same estate in the same neighborhood, there is a newly built duplex there, and the property was a 5-bedroom with only 1 BQ, and it was pricing at 900 million naira. So the one I found for the client was still under construction. It was at plastering and finishing stage. So it was a 4-bedroom with 2 BQ and a swimming pool. Now the developer wasn't even ready to sell it, but he said whenever he's ready, the property was going to be priced at least 1.2 billion naira. So today, as I'm talking to you in 2024, the list price of 2-bedroom in Ikoyi is 350 million naira and above, and 4-bedroom is 800 million naira and above, and anything 5-bedroom duplex is 1 billion naira and above. And what I learned from that experience is owning a property in a prime location in Lagos, Nigeria is a one in a lifetime opportunity. Here is why. Had it been the client key into that property at that time at 600 million naira, 6 bedroom duplex with 2 BQ and a swimming pool at 600 million naira, the property today would have worth more than 1 point something billion naira. Like it may be 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 and above. But because he couldn't key into it, now he might have used the money for something else. But let's assume he still have the money today. The money cannot buy the same property at the same rate. That's one. Even if you want to buy the same type of property in another location, the least is at least 1 point something billion naira and above. We have an apartment in Ikoyi, the Riviera Vista apartment. It's a waterfront property located in Phase 2, Ikoyi. 2 years ago, you can get 6 bedroom plus 2 BQ at 600 million in a prime location, Mojisola Onikoyi, the way to Banana Island. And today, he can't get the same property. Now, I know he might have used the same money for something else, but even if he still have the money, the buying potential of the money has reduced, so he can't get the same property in the same location. So I share this story to give you perspective of how fast properties in Ikoyi is appreciating. Maybe when you have plan to buy one, or maybe you are on a fence and thinking about getting one and still doubting maybe you should do it or not. I know it's not easy, but it is worth it. And I was reading a book and the author says something that stuck to me today. When you are making any legit and wise investment, your bank account has to go down first before it can rise. And I think it's true. That's why when you have opportunity to own property like this, we don't want to miss it out. I know it's not easy, and what I used to tell most of my clients is the day you own a piece of Lagos is the day you change the life of your generation forever, because owning property in Lagos in general is a lifetime opportunity, but owning a property in a prime location like Ikoyi, Eko Atlantic and Lekki, it's a one in a lifetime opportunity. So when it comes and you miss it, you may miss it forever. So now let's start with the good of Ikoyi, and the first one is safety and the most developed residential. Now there's no argument. When you are buying Ikoyi, you know that you are buying peace of mind, safety and security. When we talk of peace of mind, hardly you hear that there is government demolition or anything related to demolition or cases about properties in Ikoyi, because even the developers developing Ikoyi, most are public companies sourcing funds from banks and World Banks or out of Nigeria. So all the due diligence have already been done before getting approval for funds, and some government officials own share in those companies. So that's why when you are buying property in Ikoyi, you are rest assured that you are buying peace of mind. That's one. Two, safety and security. Now there are many estates in Lagos that you can easily get access to, except Ikoyi and Banana. That's why even to list properties in those locations, especially as a realtor, it's very hard. Now, if you want to get access to Ikoyi, there are many procedures and security checks that you just have to go through. You can't compromise it. Someone living in the estate have to generate you the code and send it to you and security men for verification. So it is not a place you can easily get access to, and it's not only one gate that you have to pass through. There are many security checks. So when you are buying Ikoyi, you are not only buying a property, you are also buying safety, security and peace of mind. That's one. Now the second good side of Ikoyi is it boosts world-class infrastructures. Now if you are looking for serenity and tranquility, there is no doubt Ikoyi is the most silent location in Nigeria. Like the whole of Nigeria is the most silent location. There's no noise, and infrastructure in those locations are world class. They are designed to compete globally with properties across the world. So when developers develop Ikoyi, they are not thinking in terms of Nigeria, they are thinking in terms of world class. For example, in our Riviera Vista apartment in Ikoyi, it comes with jetty. You are talking of elevator. You are talking of mobile app for security and control. And you also have gym and recreational area, relaxation area, business meeting hubs, and many other things. So properties in Ikoyi are designed for serenity with a world-class infrastructure. Furthermore, when we talk of high appreciation rate, Ikoyi properties have the most opportunity and potential for appreciation. So maybe you are an investor looking to make like capital gain, especially for off-plan properties. Ikoyi is where you can get the best deal. You can secure a property at 350 and you can resell it at 450, or you can secure a property at 600, 700, or 800 and resell it at 1 billion. So when you are thinking about in terms of appreciation and capital gain, Ikoyi offers the most opportunity. And when we talk about short let or rental income, Ikoyi has the most opportunity. For example, Banana Island is in Ikoyi. Now, there are places and apartments that rent 30 million, 40 million, or 50 million naira per annum in Banana Island. Also, in Ikoyi, there are places that rent for 20 million naira, 30 million naira, 40 million naira as well. And when we talk of short let or Airbnb, Ikoyi start from 200,000 naira per day to 220 or 30 per day. Now, if you multiply that by 30 days, that is around 6 million naira per month and 72 million naira per annum. So, when we talk about ROI, either from capital gain potential or short let potential or annual rent potential, Ikoyi offers the most opportunity. And the third good side of Ikoyi is it's a gold mine. Living with high net worth individual and surrounded by world class people, it's a opportunity, because imagine living with 1% of the 1%. You have access to good neighbors, which may also open doors for different kinds of opportunity and business collaborations. So Ikoyi in general, it's always a target, especially when people like foreigners are coming into Lagos. The first area they look at is Ikoyi. That's why Ikoyi is a gold mine, and it also offers world-class services. When you talk about infrastructure that you get in an estate, there's always 24 hours power supply, security, serene environment, and waterfront in most parts of Ikoyi. So it's a good mine. And fourth is proximity. Now Ikoyi is like center of Lagos. When we talk of Lagos as a whole, from Ikoyi you can go to Victoria Island, you can access Lekki. Lekki is about 5 to 6 minutes from Ikoyi, and Victoria Island is the same thing. And you can also go to the Lagos mainland, and in Ikoyi you also have different transport system. You can access wherever you want to go, either through the waterway by taking your jetty or through the road with other transportation system that will be coming in the future, like cable cars and many more. So when we talk about Ikoyi, it's a no-brainer. When you have the opportunity to invest in Ikoyi, don't think of it twice. If you have the capital, invest. It's not easy, but it will be worth it. Now let me talk about the bad and ugly side of Ikoyi. And the bad and ugly side is price point. Now, the price of properties in Ikoyi, let's be clear, it's not for affordable or the middle class. It's purely for the rich and the ultra rich. So if you're not rich, Ikoyi is not for you. The properties appreciate super fast. For example, our two-bedroom apartment in Riviera Vista apartment in Ikoyi is currently selling for 330 million naira. 4 bedroom is selling for 740 million, and short let starts from 200,000 naira per day and above. So the price point of properties in Ikoyi is not affordable at all. Ikoyi is super expensive. And when we talk about world class amenities and many other things that you'll be enjoying, I think it is worth it. So that's the bad and ugly side of Ikoyi. And hardly you also hear issue of flooding in Ikoyi. Like, there are some parts of Lekki that is flooded, but in Ikoyi is not flooded, and it also offers serenity, fresh air blowing from the ocean. So that's the ugly side of Ikoyi. Now let's go to Eko Atlantic City, the futuristic and vibrant city of Africa and the world. So next we have the Eko Atlantic City. Now Eko Atlantic City is a futuristic Nigeria city. It is designed to compete with Palm Island of Dubai, New Cairo of Egypt, and Vatican City in Saudi Arabia. It is designed to compete globally, and the goal is to put Lagos on the world map. So the project is an ambitious project located in Victoria Island, built on the Atlantic Ocean. That's why it is named Eko Atlantic City. It is a city built on the Atlantic Ocean, and Eko is generally nickname or another name of Lagos. So this project was built on a reclaimed land. Usually in the past, around 2000, early 2000, like 2002, 2003, 4, 5, erosion used to erode some part of Victoria Island and used to flood Victoria Island, which usually lead to demolition of some apartments and a lot of damages. So the Eko Atlantic City was a solution to that problem. So it was built to reclaim those areas and to build a futuristic city. It started with the Great Wall of Lagos. We call it embankment. The Great Wall was built an embankment to always protect the city against the force of Atlantic Ocean. So there is no way the city can be flooded. Now, the good side of the project is it offers the most modern infrastructures. Now, the project is built as a world-class project to compete globally with Dubai, Singapore, New Cairo in Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, and many other global projects. So that's why everything in that city is modern infrastructures. You will find all kind of smart building apartments. The city is powered by turbine with gas to power the whole city, so there's no issue of electricity. Sewage system, it's a modern sewage system. You won't find sockaway in that city. Then when we talk about good road network, there are tunnels in the city with good road network. There are also trees, planted trees. It's a world class that offers the most modern and world class living experience in Lagos. That's one. Two, it is the most visionary project, real estate project. The project is designed to be a finance, commerce, and luxury living hub of Lagos, Nigeria. It is designed to be transiting people per day for business, like people that will be coming to the city and going out daily for businesses. Also, it offers a world-class living experience, as I've talked about. If you want a world-class living experience where you have modern facilities and infrastructure with good and natural environment, the US consulate is there, the Anglican church is there, power system generated by turbine and gas, modern sewage system, and many other infrastructure. So it's a visionary and ambitious project. And third is unique positioning. Now, because it's built on reclaimed land and it is built on Atlantic Ocean, those two factors attract global attention and investors looking to invest. That's why the project is being financed by global investors. So those are the three good sides of Eko Atlantic. Now, let's talk about the bad and ugly side of it. And the first one is the work is still in progress. Now, the project is not empty. The work is still going on in the city. The city is not empty. There are already some tours. Also, what you get in Eko Athletic is you buy your land. Once you buy your land, everything will be regulated for you, including your documentation, and you build it yourself. Now, we also have apartments in Eko Athletic City. I used to get lots of inquiry. What's the price? What's the price? Now, the price of Eko Athletic City is residential land at the time of recording this starts at $1,500 per square meters. So it starts at $1,500 per square meters. So if you want to buy 500 square meters, just do the calculation. We have as many plots and acres available. Whatever you want to buy, just send a DM or keep in touch. We also have apartments available. We have apartments in Phoenix Tower, Azuri Tower, A&A Tower, and many more. So the price of apartment starts at $900,000. So work is still going on in the city and it is non-stop. Those projects is going to take like 20 years or 30 years to develop, and it's about 10 years now that the project started. So the work is still going on. That's the first bad side of it. The second bad side is price. Now, as I talked about, the project is designed world class to compete globally. So everything about Eko Athletic City is priced in dollars, and the price of land start at $1,500. Now we have commercial plot as well, which start at 1,250. That's the starting price of a commercial plot. So whether you are planning to build something like restaurant, hotel, mall, any commercial property like cinema center or something related, you can get commercial plot as well. So the price is quite high because of dollars. Everything in Eko Athletic City is priced in dollars, and that makes it super expensive for Nigerians. That's why some Nigerians are saying that the property was purely designed for foreigners and Nigerians in diaspora. And to be honest, the city is simply designed for 1% of the 1%. That's it.
Every city in the world has its districts for the uber rich, then the uber rich, then the rich, then the not so rich, then the middle class, then the affordable. And Eko Atlantic City is no different. It has its uber rich corner, and that's where this is.
Now, let's go to the rising star of Lagos, Nigeria. Lastly, we have Lekki. Now, Lekki is the fastest growing corridor in the whole of Lagos, Nigeria, and it's also the most talked about location because it is home to like middle class for real estate investment. It is home to many celebrities, average individual or middle class who can afford property, and that's where most people settle. So Lekki offers a lot, and let's go directly to the good side. And the good side is Lekki offers something for everyone. Now, Lekki starts immediately after Ikoyi. It shares boundary with Ikoyi and Victoria Island. Anything after Victoria Island and Ikoyi, that's where Lekki begins, all the way to the end of Ikota. And after Ikota is where Ajah starts. Now, Lekki is also divided. We have Lekki Phase 1, we have Chevron, and above. So now when we talk about the good side of Lekki, is it offers something for everyone. You can find property within your budget. For example, if you have a budget of 60, 70, 80, or 90, you can find a property within Lekki neighborhood. It may not be in Phase 1, but within Lekki, you'll find a property within your budget. Also, if you're looking for a property of even 400, 500, 600, or 700, you can find it in Lekki. So Lekki offers something for everyone. That's the good side. And the second good side of it is explosive growth. Now, Lekki has always been the highball area of Lagos for a lot of people, especially Nigerians in diaspora and some foreigners. When people are coming into Nigeria, apart from Ikoyi, the next location they consider is Lekki. So Lekki growth has exploded. Now the cool thing about Lekki, especially phase one, is it has started growing to level of development that Ikoyi is today. And what I'm trying to talk about is lands in Lekki has become super expensive to the level that most developers can't afford to build duplexes anymore. And if an area grow to some extent, the only thing that can be built on land in those neighborhoods are apartments. That's high-rise building. Now, Lekki has not gone to the level of building towers, but now what most developers are building is apartments because of demand. That's what developers can build that people can afford. For example, if they buy land where they want to build like 10 units for 1 billion, what type of property can they build on that land to recover the money? And most of developers take loan from banks, and they source finance differently. So Lekki growth is explosive. Now when we talk of investment perspective, in terms of capital gain, there is opportunity for off-plan properties where you can buy property super cheap at construction price, and when the construction is delivered, you can either resell it or use it for rental income. You can get two bedroom in Lekki phase one, start from 90 million, 100 million to 120, and at high is 130. And three bedroom you can get it around 160, 170, and four bedroom you can get it around 250 and above. So anything above that, the price may depend on the development, the type of property, the facilities, and many other things. For short let, Lekki range between 70k, 80k, 100k to 120k per day. So when we talk of short let opportunity or Airbnb, Lekki also offer the same opportunity. Now, the third good side of Lekki is appeal extension. There are a lot of people who want a similar lifestyle, good environment with serenity, peace of mind, and can't afford Victoria Island and Ikoyi. So Lekki is the next alternative, and a lot of things you can find in those locations. You can also find them in Lekki. For example, most of the estates in Lekki, they are highly secure. They are not places you can easily get access to. They have to be a passcode at the security checkpoints. So there is also serenity and tranquility in most of the estates, and schools, shopping malls, and hospitalities, and many other facilities to live a great lifestyle that you need. They are available in Lekki as well. So those are the good side. Now let's go to the bad and ugly side of Lekki. And the first one is traffic. You know, growth of Lekki is explosive growth. It become a nightmare, especially during the rush hours. There is always traffic congestion in Lekki. You can spend like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or an hour. During rush hours, you can spend like an hour or 1 hour 30 minutes in traffic, sometimes even 2 hours. I've once spent 3 to 4 hours in traffic from Lekki to Ikoyi. That was the first bad side of Lekki. Second is Lekki is prone to flooding. Now, there are some areas in Lekki, not all, but there are some areas in Lekki that are flooded. Thank God, most of our developers are taking precaution of this by making sure that when sand filling or when constructing a property, they always make sure that the property stands above the water level of Lekki so that when it flood, the property will not be affected. Now, there are also issue of demolition and fraudsters. That's the third bad and ugly side of Lekki. Now, the issue of demolition, if we want to address that, that has to be from developers, because the Lagos state government have a master plan the Lagos state government have a vision for the city. So they have a master plan that they follow, that every government, once you are coming into the office, you are just following up with the plan to make sure you are on track. You are not bringing something else that is out of vision for the city. So every area, including Ikoyi and Ibeju Lekki, is already planned. So the government is just doing its work to make sure they execute on the plan. So when people fall in government plan, for example, issue of Ikota demolition that happened last year, those people built on canal. It was very clear. So the government was doing the right thing, and those property was blocking the waterway, causing flooding to the area. That's why when considering Lekki, you also want to think about flooding. Some part of Lekki is prone to flooding. Now there are also fraudsters issue. Some people dupe people, collect their money that they want to sell them properties. To address that, when buying a property, buy from trusted developers and realtors that you know. And if you want to make an inquiry or you want us to help you, you can simply send us a DM or give us a call or send an email. You can send us a DM or call us at 070 4408 6868, and you find all the links to our contacts in the podcast short note and description if you're watching on YouTube. Now, to summarize everything, if you're looking for security, prestige, high appreciation, and peace of mind, Ikoyi is your go-to location. And if you're a future-based type that want to be part of something groundbreaking and visionary projects with world-class infrastructures and facilities, Eko Atlantic City is your go-to location that promise all the incredible offers. And if you are seeking for high growth opportunity with a more diverse entry point, Lekki is your best bet. At the end of the day, Lagos is a city that keeps growing. It never stops growing. And real estate is here to stay forever. So I appreciate your time. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more epic content just like this. And I will see you in the next episode.